are 4 years and 3,600 American lives later. This misguided war has cost more American lives than 9/11 and has dragged on longer than World War II. And yet we still have no accountability for how this war started. Oh, we know that most of you lily-livered members of Congress from both parties abdicated your constitutional responsibility to declare war, or not, and handed a blank check to the imperial presidency. We also know you were lied to by George W. Bush and his people. But what I can't figure out is how you believed those lies. I sure didn't. Are the members of Congress that much more stupid than we in the peace movement? Or maybe, did you really know better, but you were being lapdogs for the fat cats as usual? Well, in 2006, the Democrats took control of Congress. And months went by, and still you failed to hold President Bush accountable for his lies. What on earth was wrong with you? It's a hackneyed expression, I know you've heard it, but it's true. Clinton lied, no one died. If it was okay to impeach Bill Clinton for fibbing about an event which only embarrassed his family and soiled her blue dress, what took you so long to impeach Cheney and Bush for deceiving us into a war costing so many thousands of lives? Where's the accountability? If it was right for Richard Nixon to have to resign under threat of impeachment for covering up an attempt to peek at the other party's plans, why was it not right for you to immediately get rid of those responsible not just for the 2 deadly wars of aggression, but for the loss of habeas corpus, spying on American citizens, torturing suspects in the phony war on terror, saddling our grandchildren with trillions more in debt, giving away our sovereignty for goodness sakes with the North American Union, and subverting the Constitution itself? Where is the accountability? Well, much changed while George W. Bush was in office. Nearly 3,000 died on 9/11. Many more than that died in his wars and occupations. There are more than 26,000 wounded soldiers whose lives will never be the same. There are tens of thousands of young men and women with serious psychological problems because of what they have seen and what they have done. There are hundreds of thousands poisoned by depleted uranium who will suffer lives of pain and disability and who will father thousands of children with severe birth defects. Our military services are depleted and demoralized. The VA system is overwhelmed. The National Guard and Reserve have been subjected to tour after tour, disrupting lives for even the lucky ones who return unscathed. Jobs have been lost. Marriages have been destroyed. Homes have been foreclosed. Children have been estranged. And natural disasters like Katrina have been undealt with. And still, there was no accountability. And that was just in this country. In Iraq, of course, things were even worse. Religious liberty was lost. Mosques, churches, and synagogues, which thrived under Saddam, were destroyed, their people killed or scattered. Women lost their rights and freedoms. Essential services were disrupted. People were tortured. Hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians were killed. Cities like Fallujah lie in ruins. And in spite of heroic efforts by the vast majority of our young men and women in uniform, most of the remaining people of Iraq are much worse off than they were before we liberated. More than 4 years of war have destroyed Iraq, destroyed our standing in the world, destroyed our national security, destroyed our civil liberties, destroyed precious lives, and brought our nation to the brink of financial disaster. And it was all predictable, because we in fact predicted it. The 100